Hi and welcome to my video. This video is just to show you the differences between Technics SL1200s and 1200 Mark IIs. Obviously there's been lots of different ones since, Mark IIIs, Mark Vs, Mark 5Gs, but this particular turntable right here is an original SL1200 Mark II. This is a 1979 Technics 1200 Mark II. So if you look at the bottom, see the way the plate is here, this is all recessed, it all goes in, goes backwards. It's much heavier than a standard 1210 or 1200. This is what a standard 1210 looks like. Standard 1200, 1210. This turntable was produced after 1981, and this turntable here was produced between 1978 and 1980, 81. This is what all the original Technics turntables used to look like at the bottom. If you see this plate bit here where the phono leads go in, it's completely different to the mass-produced Technics, which is this one. Again, this is a much heavier turntable than the standard Mark II. This is the first design that they come out with. Then they realised it was so good for DJing, and then they mass-produced it. So it's a very rare turntable. In actual fact, I've only ever seen two of these turntables, and I've been buying and selling Technics turntables for about 25 years. So it's a very rare turntable. So the other little bits and pieces that set it apart from the mass-produced model is, if you look at the font, it's much smaller writing. This is the font, and then this is the later model with bigger text. Also the arm clip is different. If you see this arm clip here, it works in it's a slightly thinner design to the later model as well. Also the hinges, so the lid hinges, this is lid hinges on a standard Mark II, and then the lid hinges on this one are much smaller. This particular turntable was produced in 1980 at the start, just before they changed over from the old models into the new models. This was produced, I say the serial number says it was produced in 1980. Fully working in every way. It's actually 37 years old and works absolutely perfectly. So yeah, I just wanted to show this video. I don't know if there's any more of these turntables left anywhere in the world. I'm sure there must be somewhere, but this is, I've only ever seen two of these, and I've looked for a long time to see another one, because it does actually feel like it's a better made turntable than the standard Mark II, 1200 1210 Mark II, because obviously it is a lot heavier than the standard one. I mean, it really is a lot heavier, and I don't know why it is heavier. Maybe it has something in the base, or there's something different about it. Also the platter is slightly more recessed. If you can just see the way that the platter recesses down a little bit more than it does on this. The other key feature as well is that the motor is completely different. So if I take off the platter, this is what a standard 1210 1200 motor looks like. It's just like the spindle goes through the center of the turntable. If we have a look at the original one, it's a completely different layout, because the spindle is actually attached to the motor and it goes through this part. And I have to say as well, the motor does feel a lot torquier than the standard 1200 1210 to me. I have no reason to know why it's torquier, or I don't know if there's some technical specs from back in the day to say that it was a torquier motor, but it definitely feels like it's a stronger motor to me. It also has the variable voltage switch, which on the newer models you don't have any of that. So actually, hold on, tell a lie. Yes, you do. What am I talking about? That has got the variable voltage switch as well. So maybe this is a an older one. I'm pretty sure that the later ones, kind of into 2000, don't have a variable voltage switch, but I may be wrong. So there we go. This is a standard SL1200 1210 Mark II. This is an original 1980 Technics SL1200 Mark II, and it works perfectly, and I actually love it more than any of the other ones that I've got. I can't believe how many people must have played on this turntable over the years and all the different places that it's been, and finally I've ended up with it. Anyway, just a little video just to show you the differences between the original produced Technics to the mass produced one. Incidentally, this one was only ever made in silver. If you go to Wikipedia, it kind of tells you all about it, but it never came out in black. It was later that they made the 1210 and changed it a little bit. Alright, thanks for watching the video. Cheers.